So listen, I got rage baited, but we have to do this. This page right here posted some content that I thought was fresh, but it was 2 years old. So with this, you see where we going. I searched up, because there was a, what do you call it, a watermark in the lower right-hand corner. I searched up the podcast. I found this video, and the video from the dude just reacting to it is 2 years old. So this is an old clip where the rage bait is gone. And guess what? The guy put, the original video link in the thumbnail or in the description. And guess what? The video is private. Could be because, they caught too much flack. It couldn't take the heat, or because the podcast has been taken down. They going in a different direction, or whatever the case may be. But listen, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you this content, and I want you to see this, and then we'll discuss it a little bit after.
My parents came here from from Haiti with nothing and really created something, bro. Came, bought a house, started a family. You feel me? My dad owned multiple fucking properties of real estate. You feel me? My mom worked her fucking ass off every fucking morning on the dot up every morning. No excuses, fam. She get the fuck up and get the shit and do what she have to do. But every time I hear these fucking Americans, all they do is fucking make excuses, fam. They always find excuses.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Bro, my parents came here at 30 years old.
That's why I don't.
When you think about it, put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
imagine going to another country at 30 years old and restarting your whole life.
Yeah.
All over.
That shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah. And you can't speak a lick of English.
Can't even speak their language.
That's
bro.
why I ain't gonna lie. Like, I hate when people be like, "Oh, you're lucky," and stuff like that. Oh, I hate when I hate when people gripe and be like, "Oh," like, especially like, I feel like Americans, because we in America, so Americans who have lines and lines and lines and lines of family here, and they complaining, I'd be like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Right, bro.
I ain't never met my.
Y'all sat there and kept fucking up. Each generation, y'all just keep fucking up.
Yeah.
And don't figure out, okay, maybe I'm fucking up. Look, what's the right way to do this shit?
Exactly.
And then want to point the finger at the white man, be like, oh, the white man did it. No, fuck that.
You
Figure out
did
what
it.
the white man doing and then try to capitalize off the shit. America is based off capitalism, nigga. Learn how to capitalize and capitalize.
They think we lucky, but they don't realize. I don't know if you had to go through this shit, Gary, but you was down south, nigga. I got off the bus
Haitian Friday.
every time, get my ass beat, bro, just for being a Zoe. Being Haitian, that's it.
I got picked on. I never got my ass
That's it. Always getting jumped.
I couldn't even sit in the back of the bus because the back of the bus, that's where the motherfuckers were.
Y'all saying
if we really talking about racism, these black people is racist too.
Y'all used to beat the fuck out of us. I had to run soon as I got off the bus. Take off to try to get to the crib, bro.
Some Rosa Parks,
nigga. What? We lucky?
Right.
Nah, y'all only saying that now because we done made a way. We done took over the shit. Not a Zoe's taking over and shit. Now y'all want to fuck with us. But back then, you think I forgot? They rats.
And our stance is not coming from a fucking like what's that word called? Like
Narcissist.
Huh?
Narcissist.
No, not narcissist. I'm saying like in a more like a victim mindset, like
a bias.
Yeah, not biased, because people be like, "Oh, you talking shit about the black people just because we used to whoop your ass." No. That's not the reason why. We're really speaking from a logical,
experience,
experience,
fact-based shit.
real
you know
shit.
What I'm saying?
So all in all, what is this topic talking about? Lazy Americans?
Yes. Americans are lazy. Foreigners are more hustlers.
So look, before we get into this, I'm gonna read this right here. This is from somebody in the comments on a Rage Bait post that is Haitian. He says, here we go with the Rage Bait content. 304 Haitians, Miami Haitians, do not represent a whole nation of Haitians. People want to find a way to dislike Haitians one way or another. That's what he went to say. As you see in the comments how Black Americans really feel about Caribbean or Haitian people, just know they all feel like that. So I didn't read that whole thing before I put it on the screen. I just read the beginning. I was like, I'm going to take this because this is somebody saying that we not all like this. But what he tried to do at the end, I didn't even expect that. He tried to play the victim. Nigga, your people is on the screen fucking talking shit about us when nobody said shit about them. Nobody said shit about them. So before we put this on a dissection table, I got to show you the other comments. You could pause and read. Some of these are from Haitian people saying that these dudes is misinformed. Some of them are from Black people saying different things. But I want you to see nothing in the comments is crazy as far as anything the Black Americans are responding with. And if you don't believe me after those 3 screenshots, because that's not me scrolling and scrolling, that is 3 consecutive scrolls, bro. The first off the dribble, seeing what is there. So you could go and look for yourself and scroll deeper if you want. Listen, I have no idea how long this video is going to be, man. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, man. I hope I could get this done very quickly. But the one thing, and this is the whole premise of the video, man. The whole premise of the video is we be minding our fucking business. And these motherfuckers be hating. Like, it's all, bruh, it's crazy. And this is the thing, man. This is the reason why when you see, like, I did that whole black video and stuff like that, there are different experiences that we as black people in America in general have, but there are certain things that I have to specify. When it comes to FBA, Foundational Black Americans, the people who built this country that you came to get rich in. Because it comes down to a couple things that are fundamental points. You haven't seen me say anything disparaging about any other part of the black diaspora on my channel. Most black people have nothing, as far as black foundational Americans, have nothing negative to say about Africans, Caribbeans, etc. The UK Africans and stuff. The Canadian Africans, we don't really have nothing negative to say to where we just come out of our body and just start talking about them. That is not something that most of us do. But it's something in a lot of these people to where they think that they are better than us. They think we are inferior. You've seen that in the clip, so you know I'm not lying. Some of them have a strong dislike or disdain for us. And for whatever reason, they have to randomly express it out of nowhere. I first noticed this at the area that I live in on campus with the Africans on campus and stuff like that, because they were segregated and they like to fuck the black American chicks. But for whatever reason, they don't want shit to do with the black American male. And I ain't got no problem with that. But the thing that really, like, because I've seen a bunch of shit since then. I'm talking about like 3 years ago, bro. I was on an app. And I'm on the app with UK people, and these people are Caribbeans and Africans in the UK and stuff like that. And I'm talking to them on a daily basis. It's similar to Twitter Spaces. I'm on there, and it was like 2 or 3 times, where I got hit with slave jokes or you don't got culture and stuff, like all that type of shit, right? I'm not hitting them with no motherfucker, bro. I'm not hitting them with no crazy shit or nothing like that to even warrant no shit like that. And guess what? That is something that's common. A lot of those people, as far as, you know, the people from the diaspora telling us that we don't have culture, even though we've been stripped of culture, even though we set the trends for a lot of shit that is imitated globally, but that's neither here nor there. We just gonna keep going. Now, I got to take those 2 points very quick. The rapper Pressa Armani from fucking Canada and stuff like that. He's Somalian, I think. He might be Somalian. But he came to America and he loves to like shit on black Americans and talk about how we don't have culture and stuff like that. But he's a whole fucking hood costume. He's a whole hood costume. Like your whole aesthetic comes from us. And no matter how I sound while I'm saying this shit is facts. And it's not condescending. It's not cutting them down. It's not saying that we better than motherfuckers. It's just pointing out a fact that you like our culture, you participate in our culture, then say we don't have culture. That's crazy. But the last straw I had with the UK people on the app, because remember, 4 times I'm getting hit with, you know, slave jokes and stuff like bruh, it's just real weird. And the thing is, I'm the only American and it's a group of them. It's a group of them. So it's just crazy. I'm in there with my dog, right? I'm in there with my dog. And we begin to have a conversation about certain things as far as, you know, why there's poverty over here, why certain people is in the hood, why shit is fucked up, why we say the N-word and stuff like that. And they not hearing none of it. They just don't get it. They just don't get it no matter what I say, no matter what I go over. They don't get it, and they not trying to hear it. But them shitting on me and my mans and them shitting on me multiple times just let me know, okay, I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what clutches white supremacy done got in these motherfuckers, but it's something going on with these motherfuckers, man. And that's just real. I'm sorry. It's the fucking truth. And listen. I've heard about the racism in Miami and stuff like that. I've heard about it, even with the Cubans and the Hispanics and all of y'all going to the same school, and it just be crazy, bunch of fighting, all that shit. I'm aware. But what people fail to realize is that the area that they come from is not representative of the majority of America. It's definitely not representative of fucking New York, because I'm positive out in New York, Haitians specifically get a lot of fucking love. And even after being done dirty by these motherfuckers so many times, remember I said, bruh, and just seeing some of the shit that they say and do all over the internet, I still have nothing bad to say. But we got to address a few things as far as what these guys said on the fucking screen. So the first strike that I have is Buddy saying his parents came over here with nothing. His dad got 6 real estate properties and shit like that. And his mom is working nonstop and they living good and stuff like that. And his other friends say they lucky because I'm guessing his parents also came and put in a lot of work as well. So the first thing that we have to identify here is these niggas on the screen is bragging about fucking work that they didn't even put in them fucking sales. They didn't even put in them fucking sales. My dad is a great man. Dad is a provider for sure. But you will never see me go and start putting people down or boosting myself up based on some shit my dad did. You know who does that shit? Rich fucking white kids. That's who does that shit. That's the fucking energy that this shit right here is giving. You didn't do shit. You didn't do shit. They gave you a good foundation. You didn't earn that shit. You didn't get it out the mud. They did. And now we have to get to another point. We have to get to another point. The other kid saying he hate when people say he lucky. My nigga, you're lucky. I don't even know your situation. And if people are telling you were lucky because your situation is anything like the other dudes, to where his parents worked and they put him in a good situation, in a good neighborhood and all that shit, you are fucking lucky. I can't see anybody, especially if you're in fucking Miami, being told that they are lucky because their parents are middle class. If your parents are above middle class, then they are above the majority of the country. Black, white, yellow, all that shit. They're above the majority of the country. And this is the main reason you're fucking lucky, because you didn't fucking work for any of it, motherfucker. You didn't work for any of it. So yes, nigga, you are lucky. The other point that they made, or that they were trying to make, is that black people have generational laziness. You know, it's generations of black people just fucking up and fucking up and fucking up. And his parents, they came after everything was good, because they didn't come here in the 70s. They didn't come here in the 60s. They didn't come here in the 30s. They came after everything was good. And they came when they was 30. And they got it out the mud. They just so, you know, they just whew. After all the fucking marching and shit we done did, after all the fucking segregation we got abolished and shit like that, they came over and shit. They did it. Why can't y'all do it? Why can't y'all do it? Y'all keep fucking up generation after generation after generation, you black Americans, and y'all keep staying in poverty. Y'all keep staying in poverty because y'all got excuses and y'all lazy. That is a very stupid and uneducated train of thought. And this is a perfect reason why. Imagine taking that same logic, right? Imagine taking that same logic and applying it to the country that you came from. I would never say that as far as, oh, you know, people are generational, I would never say that about people in Haiti being in poverty. If you didn't read the screen, it said that Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Not the second, not the third. The poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Not even in the Caribbean. The entire Western Hemisphere. Now, because I'm not a fucking idiot, I know that it's not the average citizen's fault that they are poor in Haiti. I can guarantee you there are a lot of economic reasons outside of their control that contributes to that. And the thing about that as well that is very puzzling to me There are people who are Haitian in Miami that are living in poverty. A lot of people. And that's not anything against them because there are a lot of black Americans all around the country, not just fucking Miami, that are in poverty. There are a lot of white people that live in poverty. There are a lot of people who live in poverty in America. But if you are in Miami and some of your people are in poverty, like a good chunk of your people are in poverty in the same place that you're at, why would you be compelled to single out black Americans? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. He's saying it don't come from a place of hatred, but how can I believe that? How can I believe that when it's it's just so nonsensical and you skip over so much to talk about us? You skip over so many people to talk about us. This is another thing. Do you know if your parents got a grant or a few grants? Because the thing is, there are special grants for immigrants to come over here to start businesses. And I'm not talking about just Haiti. I'm talking about all the Arab, gas stations and liquor stores and corner stores. Same with the Asians and stuff like that. Those are the main ones with the monopoly on corner stores, gas stations, liquor stores, and etc. all around the nation, hood to hood, in a hood near you. So just because they came over with nothing, that didn't mean our government didn't have something for them. Didn't mean that they didn't have something for them. And the last thing I'm going to touch on, because I'm not dragging this video. When it comes to the white man, you talking about generations of us, fucking up and fucking up and fucking up. You clearly are not educated on how they systemically have held us back. And this is the thing. This is not just a immigrant thing or something. There are actual niggas. Niggas who are FBA, niggas who are actually descendants of slaves, niggas that is just cooned out on some Jason Whitlock shit. Who they might even know this shit, bruh. But they just be so anti-black that it's like, nigga, ain't no white man holding you back at all. Nigga, ain't none of that. That shit don't mean nothing. You go, nigga, pick yourself up by the bootstraps. What you niggas want reparations for, nigga? Go and get a job. Like, that is not no fucking exclusive immigrant shit. It's actually a lot of niggas in the hood that is just fucking regular and descendants of slaves and all that will still go and say that while they in fucking poverty and shit. And shit, some of them have never touched poverty. They've never been anywhere near poverty. But listen, I'm gonna keep it real simple for you. We were slaves for hundreds of years, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, y'all was slaves over somewhere else. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But we get past that. We get freed. We getting killed when it's time to vote and shit like that. They killing us at the polls. They give us the right to vote, and they killing us at the polls and stuff like that. So just to get political power and stuff like that, we got to fight for that, right? Some of the rights that you enjoy today, are people who were fucking up generation after generation. They fought for you to be able to live as comfortable as you do now. Same with me. But difference is I don't take it for granted. We go to the Jim Crow era, segregation. They just lynching us in groups, just hanging us from trees, setting us on fire, taking pictures, all that shit, et cetera, et cetera. So these are generations of us fucking up, right? Black Wall Street, we got some autonomy. We got our own little shit going on in the economy. The cops come through, along with a bunch of other just random white civilian races, just wreck the whole shit, kill everybody. They kill so many people. They burn everything. Tulsa, Oklahoma. They do that. We are getting fucked up. We try to band together and organize so that we could get a leg up, so that we can get control of our own communities. Go Google COINTELPRO. Why don't you go Google that? Because this is the time where we're just fucking up and we just fucking up and we just fucking up, right? We just fucking up. Generations of fucking, y'all been here the whole time just fucking up. I mean, you got the president in on the shit, right? You got the president in on the shit. So we get to the 80s, right? We get to the 80s, 70s and 80s. And this is where white supremacy in the American government did a big one. They did the big one that's still affecting us to this day, still got our hoods and neighborhoods and all that shit going crazy. They did, you remember that show Snowfall? Did you watch that? To the guys on the screen, did you watch that? You should go and watch it. It's based on some true shit. You know Rick Ross, the rapper from Miami? Yeah, the person that he based his name off of was a part of that scheme to where the government was actually funneling a lot of drugs into the hood. And guess what? Crack cocaine fucked us up, and it has been stuck ever since, boy. It's been stuck ever since. Now we got Trapper Die Jeezy and all this shit going on. Niggas glorifying the trapping. Hey, listen, we got even one of my favorite rappers, Kodak Black. Kodak Black is a trapper. He was a trapper rapper. And guess what? He's Haitian. He's Haitian. So some of the things that we are impacted by are hitting your hoods as well. Y'all dealing with some of the same shit. And I'm going to say one last thing that I don't know the answer to, but when you think about it, it's crazy when you think about it. How the fuck is 16-year-olds in the hood getting switches? How the fuck is that happening? So listen, you can act like the white man has no bearing on our situation or our condition or anything like that. But listen, I could go deeper than that. I've went deeper than that in other videos. I got a whole damn near 2-hour video of me talking about the black experience. I've mentioned studies about us being redlined, about us not, getting jobs, like Harvard studies, like just because of our names and how our names sound, getting denied jobs. Like you can go and look these studies up. Just because you might not be aware of it and just because your parents are successful, that does not mean that there are not white institutions and even white people who are trying to hold us back or give us a negative experience or even in some cases kill us. So you could believe there's no systemic oppression if you want, but that would just be flat out ignorant, and you would have to ignore so much, that you actually, as far as the people in the video, they have no clue. They have no clue. Now, this is the thing. We're going to wrap this up. I have not, in this whole video, said anything insulting or negative about Africans and Caribbeans and specifically Haitians. Anything that I said is an absolute fact. It's a fact. Nothing I said is really disputable. This is not an attack. This is actually a defense. You see, I didn't go out of my way to make a bunch of points about Haitians or no crazy shit or nothing like that. We brought up the poverty and stuff like that, but it's necessary for the logic that he presented. And even then, and I'm not talking about on no funny shit, I'm talking about logically, there are more things that I could have said that I was just like, bro, I'm not trying to do an hour-long video about this. I just need to highlight this. Because when I be talking and some of y'all be like, oh man, it's not that way or whatever the case may be, or you think I'm bullshitting or something, this is the shit that be going on, man. We watch all types of black podcasts. We listen to all types of black rappers, man. You don't see motherfuckers saying no crazy shit on podcasts as far as black Americans about people from the diaspora. We just don't. And when I say that, I'm not talking about talking down a specific person. I'm talking about talking down a people. That's not something we really be on. But this right here is an example of no black Americans fucking being present or saying nothing, and then just boom. We are under attack. We're under attack because you got beat up in 9th grade or 6th grade or whatever the case may be by a few guys. The majority is not beating up Haitians in the schools and stuff. You can't tell me that. And the reason I say that is because I've seen stuff like that with white people in the hood where I'm from and shit like that, to where they might want to say nigga, they get beat up because they want to keep saying nigga. And then, they grow up and, George Floyd should have died. I've seen that up close and personal. And the thing is, the guy that I'm talking about, he only got beat up by a few dudes. We in an all-black school. A lot of black people fuck with you. But them few negative experiences that he had, yeah, it turned him into a racist. It is what it is. But listen, man, stop taking your parents' accomplishments and acting like it's your accomplishments. That's number one. And number two, just stop talking about my people negatively when we not saying nothing about y'all. I don't know what is happening in your adult life to where you got to bring us up and shit on us. So if you ever wondered, like, why does he keep highlighting like FBA and just talking about foundational Black Americans and descendants of slaves and stuff like that when he talked this black shit, that's why. That is why. I love the diaspora, but that don't mean the diaspora love me. And that don't mean that the diaspora is not out here saying, fuck y'all getting reparations. Y'all niggas is lazy. Go pick yourself up by the bootstraps. My parents got rich here. Why ain't y'all rich? Y'all just been fucking up for generation after generation. And then y'all want to blame the white man that's been lynching and killing you and fucking pumping drugs in your hood. Some niggas want to be divisive. And I got to highlight that just so you understand why I do the separation when it comes to certain shit. And again, let me say it if y'all didn't catch it. I love y'all, but that don't mean that you love me and my people. And that's an understanding that I have. That's it.